Hi all, Mark Slane with the United States Krav Maga Association, talking today about being educated. You know, if we're going to, especially teachers of self-defense, if we're going to teach self-defense, teach people how to survive, horrendous real-world violent attacks, we need to be educated. Even, if you just have an interest, you're taking a martial art, you're taking Krav Maga, it does well to educate ourselves. And by that I mean we can study violence. My instructors that worked for me in my gym, they had to read Rory Miller's stuff, his Meditations on Violence, his CONCOM, his Facing Violence, Mark McYoung's books, Colonel Grossman's books, the On Killing, the On Combat, Gavin DeBecker's Gift of Fear, at least the first half of that one. It meanders after that. But truly we can educate ourselves. Sergeant Strong, Strong on Defense, another great one. Just knowing what true violence is can help us, think for ourselves and decide if what we're learning is applicable. I was doing martial arts 30 years ago when our master showed us a knife defense. We just took his word for it. We learned it. Goodness, we got the internet now. If I see a knife defense that's being taught to me, I can go home and Google what a real knife attack looks like. You'll get hundreds of them, hundreds of surveillance cams that shows people truly being knifed. And I can think to myself, that what I was learning tonight would not work against a true knife attack. Hence, I won't learn it, and I will never teach it to anybody else. I see so much uneducated garbage being taught to people. And then, especially with social media, uneducated comments on such. I just saw, it was a knife defense. The guy was coming down with a knife. The small female kicked him in the elbow, and then put her foot in between his and tripped him, and then kicked him when he was down or something. Something that I could look at and think, oh, that's horrible. That would not work with someone truly blitzing at her and pumping that arm like a sewing machine needle, like somebody trying to do her harm would do. But others, they're not as educated. Some of the comments were like, I see nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, good one. And someone even posted, yeah, that kick in the elbow would numb his whole body. The rest of that defense seemed kind of excessive. You wouldn't need to do that. I'm like, what? My God, I've been kicked in my Taekwondo days and my Krav Maga days. I've been kicked about everywhere there is to be kicked. And the only one that ever really slowed me down was to the groin. I've certainly never had my entire body numbed. And I'm just uneducated statements. They drive me crazy. Again, like I tell my instructors, we live in the age of information. I can go Google, go on the internet, go find anything. I don't have to wonder what it looks like when somebody's shooting at somebody else. I can go watch, again, video after video of cameras, true life, people being shot at, people being stabbed, people being hit with tire irons, multiple attackers. So truly, it always makes me scratch my head when people basically believe what they believe because somebody told them, especially thinking the martial arts. My master told me this. Well, man, go find out for yourself. I tell my instructors, I want questions. Yes, look into things, question things, absolutely. Call me on things. Don't let anything I say override your own common sense, your own experience. Find these things out. I believe it was Rob Pincus, the gun guru, who has the quote, once you put somebody on a pedestal, you stop growing. You'll quit questioning things. That's, our guru, we can't question him. And this is ridiculous. This is how we get people hurt. So, truly, I guess my challenge is, if you have a passion about self-defense, especially if you're teaching self-defense, to educate yourself. The books I've read, go to different seminars, listen to different speakers. But again, I put none of those guys on a pedestal. I believe I should be able to question any of them. And truly, the good instructors, they like being questioned. They like these discussions. I've had my affiliates, I've had people I teach question me about things, and that starts a discussion, which sometimes leads to me changing my mind, believe it or not. My wife probably wouldn't believe that, but truly, I can change my mind. It's called being open, being willing to grow. As soon as we think we know it all, we're done growing. It irks me to death when I go to seminars and, I look around there in the class, there are high-level, SWAT operators or, Army Rangers, and yet the instructor never asks them their opinion, never asks them anything, never looks to them. That just drives me crazy. That tells me that instructor thinks he has all the answers and he can't grow. When I have those dudes in my seminars, I'm constantly looking over there. Hey, anything to add? Hey, have you ever been in that situation? Because, a lot of those guys have truly been in life or death situations. To not use them as a resource, to me, again, is showing how close-minded you are. So that's the challenge for the week. Educate ourselves in violence, in self-defense. Mark Slane, United States Krav Maga Association.